We are back, chat. Hold on, let me drop this in the link. Let me drop this in my Telegram chat just to make sure that everybody has it. Boom. All right, so hopefully everybody can hear and see me clearly. As y'all can see, we are back on the main channel. Let me check on my laptop to make sure everything looking good, but we should be good to go, chat. Let me drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear and see me clearly. And low-key, I need to go get my freaking my charger for my laptop. Okay, perfect. Are you gonna do another trading cam day? Of course. That's what I told y'all. I told y'all I got y'all. Okay, perfect. Actually, let me damn. All right, hold on, chat. I'll be right back. Let me go get my laptop charger real quick. Hold on. All right, chat. I need to find an outlet. All right, chat. Hold on. We should be good to go. All right, we should be good to go, chat. I think we're good. All right. Like I said, I had to get my had to grab my laptop charger. Damn. My bad, y'all. All right, so let's get to it. Now I got my laptop. I just had to make sure that I can see everything on my end because of this new monitor. Like I don't know how to like split the screen. So y'all know that I got a new monitor and I've been having trouble with like figuring it all out, right? So with that being said, welcome. For anybody that's brand spanking new, I am Mike Lito, and I've been day trading for over 6+ years now. And I've been on YouTube, and I've been helping my trading community for the past, I would say, about 4 or 5 years, whatever the case may be, right? Now, I'm going to be going over, so pretty much on these calls, I analyze gold, I analyze US 30, I analyze NASDAQ. Sometimes I do Forex pairs, but it just depends on the day. But today, I want to go over gold for the most part. And let me, why am I not gonna, I guess now my laptop is up that it won't let me have both of them up on the same screen. But let's just close this out. All right, so depending on how much time we have for this call, that I'll try to get through all of the pairs, but I do want to go over gold, and I definitely want to go over US 30. Right now, like I said, if you are brand spanking new, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you are brand new to the channel. And then for all of my OGs that's been here for a while, I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Y'all can see that I am on my old channel. I know I told y'all that I was going back. I was separating the channels because I was going to have, this channel for like my vlogs and all of that stuff. And then I was going to have my other channel for my what's it called, for all my trading breakdowns. But now that I haven't been on YouTube for a while, I just decided to do this channel. And then let me know on y'all screen, do it look like half of the screen is cut off? Let me know. Hold on, I'm trying to see something, because it shouldn't. Y'all should be able to see all of my screen. I don't think y'all can see everything that's on the left side. Let me know, chat. And then, yeah, I let the Zoom people in. They should be able to hear. Yeah, they can hear. Just the left side is off. Okay, hold on. Let's try something real quick. What is this display capture? How do I move? Damn, I wonder, can I move it? Oh, here we go. All right, bet. We Gucci. All right, bet. We good now, chat. Locked in. All right, so I just scooted that over just a little bit, just so y'all can see everything. All right, now let's go to the comment section just to see how y'all been. Y'all say, how's Skylar? Skylar is doing great. Skylar's doing great. She growing so fast, and that's why I'm able even to do these calls, because now I'm at a point where she's old enough that I can like actually take time to do these things, because these last couple months I was like trying to get back in the flow of just being a new dad. It was like, bro, like I've never experienced anything like this, so it was like, damn, bro, like I don't know what to do half of the time. So with that being said, now that she's older, in a sense, I mean, she only a few months older, but it's like I got the routine now packed. Like even with my trading, if y'all was like following me in my Telegram chat, then y'all know like it was even hard for me to trade at first, because it was like I'm watching her and all of that good stuff. So now we got y'all saying make the chart larger. Now that we got all of that situated, let me go ahead and see if I zoom in like this, would it make it a little better? But now, like I said, we got all of that situated. I plan on dropping a lot more content for you guys on this channel, and then I'll probably still use my other channel, but my other channel will probably be like literally trading breakdowns. And then this channel, I'm going to release trading camp. So if you are in my free Telegram chat, make sure that you're in it. So as y'all can see, inside my free Telegram chat, I go over like all of my trades, and then as y'all can see, I put a poll out for Trading Camp 2.0 and ask y'all, do y'all want this? And then literally we got 312 votes saying that I should drop Trading Camp 2.0. So that's something that I'm looking to do. So let me just show y'all where is Trading Camp 2.0. So if you haven't watched this whole series, go watch Trading Camp. I dropped it 7 months ago, but it's a free course where I pretty much explain from beginner to advanced on exactly how I trade. And then also I got a surprise for you guys, because right before this class, I filmed another YouTube video. So how I mastered trading gold. As y'all can see, this alert just went off literally in Take Profit 2 hit. This is a trade I called for the signals chat. for 438 pips. It's gonna keep going off until I erase it. So let me just take it off. But yeah, so I made a video on how I mastered trading gold right before this call. So be on the lookout for that. And then like I said, I'm about to get back in the flow of things with uploading the content, and we just gonna take it to the next level, guys. Like, y'all know, like, when I first started trading on YouTube and teaching on YouTube, like, LITO standing for learn, implement, and teach others. LITO, right? So that's just my main goal, and my main mission is just to help everybody. Like, y'all know, like, I care about all of y'all that's on this. Y'all my tribe. Y'all know that I really rock with y'all, and it's like I just want to see everybody's life change the same way that my life changed from trading. It's like I just got to get back in the flow of things, because I know I got a gift, and it's not just like to toot my own horn, but this is based off of what y'all told me, just based off of all of the feedback that I get from you guys. Y'all always say that, you know, I got a gift in trading. Like, I'm a gift in trading, but also a gift in teaching and just being able to explain things. So I just want to use this channel as a voice to help you guys all across the world. I know I got people all in, you know, United States. I got people that's in Africa. I got people that's in the UK, you know, Europe, and all of that good stuff. So I got people all across the world. You know, this channel, we sitting at 20.6k subscribers. I want to roll to get this channel to at least, you know, 50k, 100k, whatever the case may be. But just reaching as many people that I can with my gift, and that my gift is, you know, helping you guys and making this trading thing understandable for the average person, and being able to articulate things where the average person could understand it and make money from the charts, right? So with that being said, like I said, I just dropped it. Well, I didn't just drop it, but I just filmed another video, and that will be released later on this week. And then I'll be uploading a lot more content to this channel going forward, in addition to the trading camp series that I said I'm going to be going over, and trading camp 2.0. So be on the lookout for that, and make sure you subscribe so that you can be the first one to watch the videos when I do, you know, drop the videos, right? Let me look inside of the Telegram. I mean, not the Telegram chat, the YouTube chat, to make sure that if y'all got any questions. Can I reset the chart? We good to go. Much better. Can you make the chart larger? Yeah, I'll make it larger. I just know that right now, like, I don't have it super zoomed in because we're not going like over all of the markups just yet. But let's see. Y'all said the trading community is in an uproar. It's capping that they made 100 M's in 6 months. I'm dead. Well, I mean, to each his own. I don't like to speak on anybody and what they do. That's them. But y'all know that if y'all come to this channel, y'all gonna get the real raw everything. I tell y'all my losses. I tell y'all, like, even filming all of these videos, y'all see me turn accounts into all crazy amounts and lose trades, blow accounts, all of that. Like, I've done that all on this channel, just full transparency. I show all my withdrawals. So I can't really speak on anybody else and what they doing, if they faking their results or whatever the case may be. That, you know, like, I'm a firm believer, and when you just focused on what you got going on, you don't really, you know, pay attention to what other people got going on, because y'all even know, like, certain individuals even try to say, like, oh, I copied their strategy, but it's like, y'all can go back and literally look at the receipts and look that I've been trading the same strategy since 2019. But like I said, I don't really speak on those things because I really don't care to address those things, because I've been doing my own thing, right? So we're not gonna talk about that. I just did see that comment in the comment section, and y'all said, what is the background color of my chart? Honestly, I made it. I don't know. It's gray, but it's like, I don't know the color gray. I made it myself, but I wish I could. Oh, here's the color code: E8EAEE. That's the color code that I use. But typically when I'm on these calls, low key, I usually turn it to to this so that y'all can see it a little bit better, but that'd be hurting my eyes on this computer. You said trading gold has been a challenge lately. Somewhat. I mean, in consolidation, yeah, but like it's really structured and understanding and having confirmations. So that video that I dropped, the video that I just filmed today kind of goes over a lot of, trading gold and being able to understand, like, when you're in consolidation, you got to take it step by step. But when you trending, like this whole trend that we had, this, from September or August, like that was a crazy trend to take advantage of, right? So it just depends on whether it's trending or consolidation, right? You F with GJ? Nah, I hate GJ. GJ is like terrible. That's the worst price action in my opinion. Like it looks terrible. So I really don't like trading GJ at all. And then let me go ahead and see. Can y'all see the charts clearly now? Like, or are they too far if they zoomed out? Let me know. Why do you have double pairs in your favorites instead of one gold, one US 30? Because like as y'all can see, I keep some of the markups from when I trade. So like whenever my pair has got too much stuff on it, like you can see I got all of these trades that I was taking and all of my trend lines. I haven't cleared off my chart yet. So in the midst of me being in like the middle of the week, I like to just go to like another pair or like another broker in a sense, just to have a clear chart. So as you can see, like this one is super clear. But this one has like all of my markups. So I just have them there so I can just, rotate to see a clear chart without like having to delete all of this stuff yet. Just because like this is another way that I journal in a sense. Like this is where I like to, like go back during the week and see the trades that I took and understand like, okay, what was the thought process behind this, and just being able to keep all of those markups, so forth and so on. So that's why I have multiple. As you can see, I got multiple gold, multiple GU, multiple NAS, multiple US 30, so forth and so on. Somebody says she is hard, man. They talking about GJ. Yeah, that's why I don't mess with GJ. I'm really just like, I like trading gold, and that's pretty much like my thing. All right, now, can y'all, is the chat clear for y'all though? Like, not the chat, is the chart zoomed in enough? Because I feel like I don't want to get started until it's clear. Like, hold on, let me just wave so I can see it on my laptop to see how far it's a lag behind. Because when I'm asking these questions and I move on, I don't know if y'all seeing them or not. All right, so yeah, it looked like a crazy lag because I waved like 20 seconds ago. Okay, you said yes, sir. Looks good. All right, perfect. Are the candles? Damn, gold is pumping. Damn. We up 380 pips since market open on gold. And as y'all can see, this was the last trade I took on Thursday going into Friday. I had my take profits based off of the signals. I had my take profits all the way up here to this negative 27, but you can see I was waiting on another break and retest to go further before we continue. But obviously this shit is pumping. We about to hit TP3 from the trade that I called in signals chat, which is crazy. Somebody said, what's the best time to trade gold? Like if I'm looking for a setup, what times do you recommend? I'm gonna start messing with gold. It's funny because I literally explained that all in the video that I just went over, that I just recorded literally right before this call. So be on the lookout for that video. Kind of give you some hindsight on how I trade gold. But gold is one of those pairs that can move literally like it can move to any session. Like that's why I like gold, because you can trade it during Asian session, you can trade it during London session, you can trade it during New York session. As you can see, now I'm not in this trade. I closed it over the weekend, but the trade that I called out on Thursday, this was, now it's up 795 pips because, like I said, it's pumping like crazy. So if you inside of my free signals chat, then you can see this was a trade that I called out. So literally, this is the before, and now this is the after. Take profit 3 smashed. OD crazy. All right, this was a crazy move if you held it, but like I said, I didn't hold it. And then I know a lot of people have been reaching out. If you see, I got all of these. Actually, he just sent me his stuff today. But all of these join requests, if you did not get accepted into the signals chat, is because you didn't follow all of the directions, right? So make sure you follow all of those directions in order to get inside of the free signals chat. Like I said, it is free. It ain't no upsell, it ain't none of that. It's just free signals, right? Do you use MetaTrader 5 to take your trades? No, I use liquid brokers. MetaTrader 5 is not allowed in the US unless it's like a US broker. Somebody said I'm still in it. That's lit, bro. If you still in it from when I called it last week, that's fire, bro. Cause like I said, this is pumping. Now we have 450 pips on this market open, which is crazy. So now it's crazy because I can't even give y'all my analysis on gold, because obviously this was the analysis that I gave on Friday inside of the chat, where I said that I was looking for gold. Literally, I said looking for gold continuations today. Took this move yesterday after explaining the failed lows. Free signals chat called this trade with me, but as you can see, I gave the bias with this arrow, and that was the last markup that I did on gold. And obviously, it's just freaking like pumping right now. So with that being said, let's talk about gold and what to expect now that we kind of already gotten this move, and what I'm looking for this week. And it's crazy. I've been seeing people like, oh, I'm a full port gold this week. And it's like, bro, gold is about to buy. Like, I don't know what everybody else is seeing, but gold is in the uptrend. So let's talk about gold, and let's talk about where we are headed next, right? So if we go to the higher time frames, for anybody that's brand spanking new, I always start on the higher time frames to get a understanding of the overall story. So most people go wrong. They just look at the smaller time frames, that they do not pay attention to the higher time frames to understand what is the overall structure of price, right? So as we can see on the weekly time frame, we have the market forming higher highs and higher low points. This was the last higher high that we took out with this brand new impulse. If you, like I said, if you are brand spanking new, the way I approach the markets is I look at the market in 3 phases: impulse, correction, continuation. And as we can see, we had an impulse, then we had this correction, and then we possibly could get a continuation, but it just depends on if we would get a deeper correction before continuing. But right now, based off of the weekly time frame, we can see that we've been having some exhaustion here. So this little level that we are maintaining, this is forming a level of support. Like wick exhaustion. That is a sign that price is failing to pull back deeper, which means that there are no sellers in the market to push price further down. Like, of course, I will be looking for price to come back to retest this area, but obviously, based off of the data on a weekly time frame, we are respecting this level of support. So we can't just assume that it's going to come down to this area. We just have to trade what we see and not what we think, right? So going down to the daily time frame, that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just saying on the weekly. We have this level of support being maintained. Now, for all of my students and everybody inside of my community, I talk about certain type of candlestick patterns that indicate that the market is either buying or the market is selling. So based off of this candlestick pattern that we have here, we can see that we're forming some type of bullish variation, and then we can look for another bullish variation here to solidify that the market wants to continue to push to the upside, right? Now, if we get those candlesticks to close, that is a very high likely sign that the market wants to continue to go up. So I use price action, I use market structure, and I use fibs, all in confluence together to pretty much get an overall gist of what is happening inside of the markets, and to determine my bias based off of the story that the market is actually printing, right? So with that being said, let's go down to our 4-hour time frame. Our 4-hour time frame, we can see that we had our structure that was forming as such. We had a higher high, higher low, higher high, well, higher low, higher high, right? Now, this is where my style of trading is literally super simple. I don't like literally I should make the slogan like make trading simple again, because so many people be trying to complicate it. They be trying to do all of these different indicators, fucking VWAPs and fair value gaps and all of this super complicated stuff, when really it's just the market structure. Like if you can identify the market structure, literally the market structure will tell you where price is about to go. And so based off of that, this was a overall uptrend structure on H4. What do? We had an impulse that broke this structure. So we broke this previous higher low. So just to give you guys some hindsight, whenever you are in an uptrend structure, in order for you to invalidate that uptrend structure, you must break this previous higher low with a brand new impulse, come back to correct to confirm that breakage, and then you look for your continuation. And now that is the start of an overall downtrend structure, right? So with that being said, what do we have on gold? We were in this uptrend structure on our H4 time frame. Mind you, this is the H4 structure that I am going over. I'm not talking about the daily. I'm not talking about the weekly. I'm talking about the 4-hour structure, right? So my 4-hour structure, we had an impulse break that told us that the market wanted to go down from this area. And then we had this correction phase where price retested, well, almost came back to retest this previous level that it broke. But then what happened after that? We got this continuation to the downside. So impulse, correction, continuation to the downside, right? That was our 4-hour structure. So this move played out based off of my fib levels. So as you can see, we hit our negative 27 take profit level. So just to extend this over, we hit our negative 27 take profit level here once price came and tested this area. So that is why the market stopped in the area that it stopped, because it hit its negative 27 take profit. And that's why I love my fibs, because my fibs give me a predetermined take profit level based off of the Fibonacci extension levels, right? So with that being said, let's go back to our 4-hour structure. So we have, like I mentioned before, it's lower low, lower high, lower low. Guess what? On our H4, this is our previous lower high point. So on H4, if we want to solidify that we are going bullish, we would need to break above this area, retest this area, and then we can look for continuations to go to the upside based off of the H4. Now, within this H4, we can see that we had this level of consolidation, right? So this is where, trading and consolidation can be somewhat difficult, but we need to understand that we can trade the minor structures inside of the consolidations as long as we know what the overall price is doing, right? So based off our H4, we can see that we are starting to get a break of this consolidation, meaning that if we get an impulse break, we can expect a correction, and then we could possibly look for another continuation. Where can we look for our continuation to go to? We can look for our continuation to go to this next level of resistance based off of the story that the market has told us. The market told us that every time price touched this level here, it bounced down, it bounced down. So if price was to make its way back up to this area again, we would need to see if price is going to bounce down, or if price is going to break above this area, retest, break the 4-hour structure to solidify that we are going in the uptrend, and then we can look for the market to then print new higher highs and new higher lows from this area, right? Now, based off of that data we have on the H4, let's go down to the H1. This is where details are very, very important inside of trading, right? So with that being said, I'm going to mark out my H1 structure, and I'm going to let you guys know and see why I had the bias that I had on this signals trade that I called, and why my take profits were where they were, because I understood the overall move and the overall structure, right? So let's look at H1, and it's probably gonna blow y'all mind. Once y'all understand structure, literally you can trade anything, right? So Based off our 1 hour structure, I can see that I had a high point, and then this is my low. I then made a new low with a brand new impulse that broke structure, lower high, lower low. So technically my 1 hour structure is in a downtrend structure because it's forming lower lows and lower high points, right? Now, based off of that structure, whenever I'm in a downtrend, if I want to go into a newfound uptrend, what do I need to see? I need to see a lower high get broken with a brand new impulse, come back to correct, and then continue to go to the upside. So what do we have on gold? We had a break of structure where price impulse broke structure, came back to correct, right? So once price came back to correct this area, there was a few signs that the market was going to continue to push up from this area because there were no more sellers inside of the market, meaning that once we failed to make a new low, so this little level of support that got formed that failed to take out this low after breaking this previous lower high point with a brand new impulse, this was our sign that the market was going to continue to go to the upside because we're failing to make new lows. We just broke structure here, meaning that the market wanted to go up. So the impulse told us the direction that the market wanted to go. Our correction confirmed it. And guess what? We had another continuation. And based off of this impulse correction and our continuation and this fib level that it retraced to, this was a sign. And my students, if you've been following me for a while, you know what this means. You can see that we had a 78.6 retrace. So since we had a 78.6 retrace, that was a sign to tell us how fast the market was going to react from the area. So since it was a 78.6 retrace, that was a sign that the market was going to push away from this area very slowly. Why? Because it was a 78.6 retrace. So every single fib level that I have on my chart tells me a speed and gives me a overall like direction on how fast should I expect this move to play out, right? So with that being said, we had this 78.6 super deep retracement. So that is why we got all of this consolidation that we had, because this was a slow continuation level that price pulled back to. So what did price do after giving us this initial continuation? Price broke this previous high with a brand new impulse. So what can we expect after a brand new impulse? We can expect another correction. So what did price do? Price gave us another correction from this area. And then guess what happened after that, chat? We failed to make a new low point here. So this low that we formed, this level of support, was higher than this previous low right here. So this was a failed low. So this low failed to break this low point right here, meaning that that was a sign that price was about to push up from this area, right? So when price pushed up from this area, it was a sign that we are going to now target a new high point. And that's why on my chart, I had this level of resistance as my stopping point, because I didn't know if we were going to break above this high point just yet. But if we broke above these highs and retested, then I can look for price to go up to here. And hence why I have the targets that I had on my signal chat, because these were the highs that I were looking to get broken before going to this negative 27 take profit level. So based off of where we are at now on structure, and let's put this back on, we can see that we just broke another high point, chat. So we just broke this high point right here. This is an impulse push. You will never buy the impulse push because this is going to pull back. Like it's literally going to pull back just by understanding the three phases: impulse, correction, continuation. Like we understand that it's going to pull back. So we would never go and chase this trade, right? Like we would never go and just like, oh, I'm going to buy now because gold is pumping. If you do that, you honestly are a dumb ass. Like trying to buy the breakout like this is the dumbest thing that you can do, right? So what do we need to see, chat? Based off of the data that we currently have inside of the markets, and I'm going to clear some of this stuff off so it doesn't confuse anybody. And I'll make this a little bit cleaner for you guys to see. based off of the data that we have now, chat, we will look for a price to come back to retest the previous highs that got broken. So this was one of the highs that got broken. So let's just put this here. Oops, not this one. This one here, this is a high. And then we also took out these highs right here, chat. So since we took out these highs here, these are our areas that we're looking for price to pretty much pull back to. Why? Because these were previous areas that got broken and that now they need to get retested. So you can see we are approaching this level of resistance right here. The story of this resistance is that every time price came and touched this blue level of resistance, what did it do? It dropped, it pushed up from this area, pushed up from this area, it dropped. So there's a high probability chance that since we are approaching this area once again, we could potentially see a drop. And this is why we would never just buy the initial impulse, right? So with that being said, we need to see price correct, come back to retest one of these highs that it broke, or this trend line here. So whichever one it gives us, we need to wait on a correction, and then we need to see buyers step in the market. So if you pay attention and actually see like what the market does every time it pushes up, you will see like this time it pushed up, it formed a level of support, then you look to buy. This time it pushed up, it formed a level of support, you need to buy. Formed a level of support, you need to buy. So what do we need to see? We need to see price pull back, form this level of support to let us know that the sellers aren't no longer in this like position. Then we need to see buyers step in. So we need to see some momentum candles push away from this area before we take this buy, and then we can catch the continuation. How do we know price is going to continue? Because the market literally moves into 3 phases: impulse, correction, continuation, right? So understanding that concept goes a long way, right? So now what I'm going to be looking for, and I'll put the note, look for price to pull back and retest before looking for any buys. So we have to wait, and this is the game of trading. Literally, this is the game of trading and understanding that, okay, I see that we just had a brand new impulse that broke structure, that broke the highs. Okay, cool. Now I gotta wait on a pullback before looking to buy again. And that's the game of trading. It's honestly a waiting game. And once you understand that it's a waiting game, you're not in a rush to like do this. Like, you're not in a rush to take the trade. So it's all about understanding like and being patient enough to wait for the market to come back to the areas that was previously broke, and wait on them to get retested, and then look for your price action signals to take a buy. So what I'm going to be looking for, if price does not make it to this negative 27 TP, I'll be looking for a pullback. If this just goes and hits this negative 27 TP, then we got to reevaluate because our target will already have been hit. So I'll be looking for something like this. Let me find me a ghost pattern really quick. Hold on, let me mute them. Let me find me a ghost pattern. So I'll be looking for something like this to pull back into this area, and then we could see if we get a buy opportunity from this area. Overall targets are negative 27. Our negative 27 on our fib level. Now, our final target based off our fib level is this TP3, but that's looking a little further, a little too far into the future. This is currently at a level of resistance, so we would need to see how price is going to react to this area, and then kind of reevaluate from there. So gold right now, if you're not in gold already, I would not look to take it. But of course, like I mentioned, I will update you guys inside of the Telegram chat. So let me go ahead and just drop the link inside of the chat so that you guys can join, for anybody that's not inside of the free Telegram chat, so you guys can stay updated with all of the moves that I talk about on gold. So let me go and do that really fast. And then, does anybody have any particular questions about anything that I went over? I feel like it was pretty self-explanatory, but I know that people will have questions. How do I... Damn, where's my links? Okay, here we go. So let's put this inside of the chat. Boom. All right, there's that. So that's the link for that. Somebody asked, where is the start and the end of point of your fib retracement? So my fib is stemmed from this low right here up to this high, because this was the high that broke the last lower high point of structure. So from this low to this high point here, this was a 78.6 retrace, and then the negative 27 take profit area is up there. So just to put that into fruition like such. And then I just dragged it all the way across because it has not hit its take profit levels yet. So typically, like in hindsight, it was looking like this. This was the original fib that I had, you know, like before all of that consolidation. But now that we got consolidation, I just dragged it all the way over just because it hasn't completed yet. So that's where my fib points are at currently, and that's why the negative 27 is up where it's at. Somebody said, how come you didn't move the fib up when it broke the high? The reason why I didn't move it up is because this fib structure that we already had didn't complete. Now, one thing I could have done is drew another fib from here, from this low to this high point. That's another fib structure in itself. But since the one that I had already has not completed and it has not hit its negative 27 take profit level, that's the reason that I haven't extended it or anything like that. It's just stationary until it hits its take profit. Hopefully that makes sense. Can you talk about minor structure fib placement? Absolutely. So, that's a great point. So let's talk about our minor structure here. So on our minor structure, we can see like we were in this downtrend. So let's just illustrate this. We had low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is one downtrend. And then we had this structure break here, higher highs and higher lows. And then we had this structure here that formed as such. And then guess what? Now we have this new trend that broke this lower high. So this is a high, a higher low, and then a new higher high. So this fib, this minor structure fib just completed. As you can see, it hit this little negative 27 take profit based off of this 50% retrace. And this is another reason why I feel like price is going to pull back from this area. Somebody said, can you do a video on fibs, because I would have moved the fib up on the second touch of the trend line, but I'm lost. I can tell you brand spanking new because I didn't did videos on fibs multiple times on this channel, so go check those out. But yeah, like I definitely go in depth about fibs on the videos and inside of the trading camp. So definitely go check those videos out, and I'm pretty sure that will answer your questions, because I don't mean to confuse you. I don't want you to be lost, but like I said, I already got videos out there on that. So definitely go check those out. And then to break this down even to smaller time frame structures, like even on M5, this is a little temporary downtrend. So we got low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is a fib structure in itself. Price hit negative 27 TP. Then guess what happened? Literally, this shit is like, once you understand structure, you can literally trade anything. Impulse, correction, continuation. If I put my fib structure from the low to the high point, price gave a 78.6 retrace, and then guess what? This little minor structure fib is right at negative 61.8. Take profit. So in order for you to trade minor structures, it's just about you understanding the structure that you in, and the little minor trends. Because if I go and I literally look at the trends, like there's multiple uptrends and downtrends that make up structure. So like, let me just give y'all an old school OG lesson real quick. So here, let's just start from this area here. This is an uptrend structure forming higher highs and higher lows, right? Boom. Guess what happened? Price broke this higher low point, impulse, correction, continue. And then this trend is going to continue as long as it's forming lower lows and lower high points, right? Guess what happened? Once this downtrend was completed, we broke above this lower high point, and we started a brand new uptrend on minor structure. So now we have higher highs and higher lows being formed all throughout this area. And then guess what happened again? We broke structure again. So like, for my scalpers, for the people that, want to scalp, literally you can do this shit all day, but I don't suggest that you do it all day. But I definitely suggest that you know where you at within your structures, so that you don't like get confused. But obviously we can see we was in this uptrend, and guess what? Our high low point got broken with a brand new impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation. And then we started a brand new downtrend. And then, like the example that I just gave, we broke above the previous lower high point of this temporary downtrend with the brand new impulse. We had a correction, and then we got another continuation. So these are all, like, this is one trend, this is another trend, this is the third trend, this is the fourth trend, and then this is the fifth trend. All in, this is from Wednesday to today. So like, it's trends inside of trends, chat. And once you understand the trends in the market structure, literally you just take advantage of it. And then if I was to put fibs on every single one of these, all of these will get hit. Like, just to put this into understanding, like all of these fib structures are gonna get hit. Boom. So fib 1, fib 2, fib 3, fib 4, fib 5, and your take profits is getting hit. So yeah, and that's, trading in a nutshell. Somebody said ICC. No, this is not ICC. This is market structure. Well, I guess if you put that into fruition, ICC is market structure. But yeah, we ain't gonna speak on that. Do all fibs get completed? Do all fibs get completed to negative 27 and negative 61.8? No, not all fibs. All fibs don't get completed. And the only times when a fib don't get completed is when you're at the end of a trend, or if you're approaching, like, let's just say a major level of support or resistance, like this, where you don't know if the market is going to break. You got to have the data to back it behind it. And like, sometimes you're going to come to an end of a trend where like a minor structure fib won't play out because of the major structure fib has already completed. So those will be the times that those don't play out. But that's why I use fibs in conjunction with market structure and really understanding the three phases of the market. So like I said, if y'all go back, literally, let me show y'all something real quick. I want y'all just to understand this, because like, y'all just got to go back and rewatch all of the videos on my channel. I got 178 videos on here, and literally, let me just put this into fruition. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom. Literally, my very first video, like 4 or 5 years ago, I talk about market structure. Like, literally, go back and watch this video. So, this is an ad, but let's see. This was back in 2021. Look at this. So, like, I break this all down, like, literally from beginners to like advanced. Like, if you go watch all of these videos on my channel, you will have market structure like down pack. And like I said, this is back from 2021. So this was when I very first started teaching and using like impulse correction, continuation, and understanding market structure. Now I have updated videos in the trading camp that's like more advanced. So like this one right here, like if you understand market structure, is literally king, right? But this, like, go watch all of these videos. I promise y'all, like, you will get so many questions answered inside of these videos if you go and study all of the videos that I put out. Like I said, I got 178 videos that you can go binge watch and answer a lot of your questions. Somebody said, but the last question, is your main fib based off of a higher time frame? I think that's where I'm getting confused, because we're on a 1 hour time frame. The fib that I was illustrating was off the 1 hour structure. The H4 and like higher time frame fibs, these fibs is already played out. Like, these have already hit take profit. So if you like, I could tell that you brand spanking new for the person that's asking, but like, we've been talking about this on this call. We've been talking about this daily fib from here on a daily time frame, this impulse, this correction. This hit negative 27 take profit like right here. And we've been talking about this move and how we expecting it to hit is negative 27 take profit. So like, this major structure fib has already played out. So we don't really have any other major structure fibs to draw at the moment. We only can draw like 1 hour fibs, 30-minute fibs, because that's all of the data and all of the structure that we have within price. Like, of course, if this was a Forex pair and we wasn't like shooting up to the moon like gold is, then yeah, we can draw, you know, higher time frame structure fibs. But since since gold is in this overall uptrend and these fibs are already completed, the only fibs that we can draw are the lower time frame structure fibs. So hopefully that makes sense. Say, bro, just really diced up the charts like that. So crazy. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm new. Can I use this strategy with gold futures? Absolutely. Like, one thing I want y'all to understand, because I know a lot of people have been transitioning to futures. Literally, it's all the same stuff, chat. Like, all of this, if I pull up this chart, and this is the OANDA chart, but if I pull up gold futures, what is gold futures? Like GC, gold futures, it's the same chart. It's literally the same chart. So like, they might, like the candles, like you might see a little differentiation in the candles, but other than that, it's like, it's literally gold is gold. So gold is going to do what it do, whether you on the Forex pair or the futures broker. It's just, the platforms are different when trading, futures. Like, when you trade futures, you might have to close your position at 3 p.m. And then like, there's a little bit different rules into trading futures, but the strategy itself, which is market structure and price action and Fibonacci, yes, that can be used to trade anything. Like, that can be used to trade futures, options, stocks, like whatever the case may be. If you want to go trade Bitcoin, like if I go trade Apple, let's just pull this up. If I look at, well, this isn't the best chart. Well, they got a lot of gaps on these stocks, but if I go and trade Apple, and let's just go to the 1 hour time frame, guess what? This is literally market structure in a nutshell. We have impulse high, created a new high, price pulled back, made a new high point that broke this, price pulled back, failed to make a new low, then waited on to make a new high, price pulled back to the highs that we broke, and then had another continuation that broke these highs, price pulled back to the highs that we broke and made a new continuation. So you can use market structure like on anything. Like I said, this is an Apple stock that I'm drawing this on. Like, it does not matter. And if I put the fibs on here, the fibs, like, they hit. Like, they're going to hit every time. It's just market structure. Most people think that, strategies for futures and all of that stuff are different. But when you understand structure, structure is structure. Structure is king. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives you, like, structure gives you all of the answers. So when you have the answers to the chart, then you can trade anything. It doesn't matter if you trade in Apple. It doesn't matter if you trade in gold. I can literally go up here and type in soybeans and trade soybeans, and it'll be the exact same thing. Like, literally, look at the chart and look at structure. It's literally, look at this, chat. Like, just to put this into fruition, right? We had this uptrend structure, price broke structure, made a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs. What happened? Price broke the previous lower high point, impulse, correction, continuation, and we were in a downtrend and we transitioned to a new uptrend. Like, it's literally that simple. It's like, this is soybeans, chat. Like, I'm literally on the soybeans chart. It does not matter. Structure is structure. So it don't matter what you trading, whether you're trading gold, soybeans, Apple, whatever the case may be. Structure is structure. It don't matter if you trading on futures. It don't matter if you trading options. It don't matter if you trading Forex. It does not matter. It just matters if you understand price and understand structure, right? So with that being said, yes, you can trade anything as long as you understand structure. So Control said they just move a little faster, just a little bit. Like, it just, I mean, depending on which pair you trade, they're going to trade either slower or faster. I like gold because it moves at a good speed. Forex pairs may be a little slower. US 30 might be a little faster. But it's all structure. It don't let the speeds and stuff like throw you off your game. Like, literally, it's just structure. You said, Mike, does your girlfriend trade as well? No, she don't trade. She got her own thing going on. Trading, like, I mean, she'll put money in the account and take the trades that I call, but she don't trade on her own. No, because trading ain't for everybody. Like, trading is one of those things where, like, if you don't want to do it, then you're not gonna do it. It's like, she has other passions, she has her other career, and she likes to do her thing. So, yeah. Say got it. Thank you. All right, perfect. Does anybody have any other questions, chat? We right at our hour mark. I feel like this was a good breakdown on like going over structures, a lot of insight, and a lot of gems dropped in this video. You said, hey Mike, why aren't you on this video on your second YouTube channel for trading? You must have hopped on a little late, but I was just saying that I haven't been on this channel in a long time. I haven't traded on this channel in a long time or made a lot of videos. So I just wanted to make it on this channel because I'm getting back into the flow of things. Posting YouTube videos back on this channel. I'm gonna do Trading Camp 2.0 back on this channel. And just so like users, like for y'all, like y'all don't have to bounce in between multiple channels like at the moment right now, because like my main focus is solely trading. Like, I can make vlogs here and there, like I'm gonna do stuff like that, but my goal right now is just to like help y'all like master this shit. And that's why like I break down the way that I break down and take time to do these calls, because it's like I just want y'all to master this. Like, I've literally seen what it did for me, and it's like I see so many people on the internet. Like, if you go on YouTube right now, type in trading, it's so many people that's just teaching y'all like BS, and so many people that's like lying to y'all, manipulating y'all, and like doing all of these things to y'all. And it's like, bro, like, why? Like, how can I be the person that helps people, that actually teach somebody that they could change their family life? You know what I'm saying? Like, because my family life got changed. Like, I was fortunate enough to find somebody that helped me learn how to trade, which is my mentor, Jessica. Like, y'all, if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know that I learned how to trade from my mentor, Jessica. And it's like, she helped me change my life, and I'm paying for it by helping other people change their life. And like one thing that I can say is that based off of what y'all tell me is that I got a gift for teaching. The way that I break things down and the way that I articulate things is like y'all love the way I teach. So that's just my main focus right now. I just want to, just give back. And this is my way of giving back to y'all by teaching y'all in a way that y'all can understand so that y'all can go and make money on your own. Especially like it's fall now, like the holidays are coming up, and it's like I know y'all need money for Christmas, so it's like, well, let me help y'all make some money, and like so that y'all can not only just get Christmas gifts, but y'all can feed y'all families for the rest of your life, because trading is one of those things where it's enough for everybody, like it's not like a lot of people be gatekeeping like, oh, strategy this, like, oh, I got the next best strategy, and they come out with new strategies every fucking year, and it's like, bro, like once you understand structure and price action and learn the actual trader psychology, it's like you can make consistent money inside of the markets. But all of these people just be out here trying to manipulate y'all. They try to entice y'all with all of these big ass fake profits, and like it's just like, bro, it's just so much stuff going on within this stuff, and I just be feeling bad because a lot of people, y'all be getting scammed, and a lot of y'all be getting taught the wrong way. It's just a lot, bro. So this is my give back to the world. And like I said, I've been doing these calls for a long time. Like go back and watch all of these damn streams. Like I have literally videos on videos of all of these markups from 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Like just go back and watch them and learn something. That's all I ask for y'all. So yeah. So how long did it take you for to be profitable? I hate when I get this question. And the reason why I hate when I get this question is because it doesn't matter like how long it took me. It's like always focus on your journey. But to answer your question, it took me about 2 years to get consistently profitable where I can make enough money where I could actually like pay my bills. Right. But like whether I said 2 years or whether I said 2 months, it's like it really don't matter. It really matters on you. And where most people go wrong is like they think that like, oh, it took this person this amount of time, so it should take me this amount of time as well. And it's like, no, like that's not the case. It could have took me 10 years to become profitable. And it's like, it don't matter how long it took me. I have a different learning curve than the average person and whatever the case may be. So it's like, just, like don't look to the left and don't look to the right. Just focus on your journey and focus on learning and implementing everything that's being taught, and don't really focus on like the timetable. Like I was just having a conversation with one of my friends, and like he was saying like, all right, like I'm 2 months in, and I'm like, bro, you doing great for being 2 months in, but like don't like try to rush it because you only 2 months in, and it's not a rush to like become consistently profitable super fast, because this is a journey. Like even when you become consistently profitable, it's still a journey. Like I'm still on my journey because, mind you, I made $15,000 last week trading, but I still got a journey because it's like I still got more money that I could possibly make. I could make freaking 100,000. I can make 1 million. I can make whatever the case may be, but that's all a part of my journey. So it's like, that's my journey, and that's solely for me. For the next person, they might make more money than me, and that's their journey, or they may make less money than me, and that's their journey. So it's like trading is such an individualized game where it's like no matter what anybody else is making, it's 148 people on this call. Every one of y'all, every 148 people on this call has a different journey. And it's like, focus on your journey. And that's the best thing that you can do, is learn more about yourself and master yourself and love yourself enough to do the things that you said you're going to do inside of the markets and inside of life itself. So I hope that was insightful. Like I don't mean to come off like like a dick or anything like that, but it's just like that's the real like the real answer to that question in a sense. Stay blessed for all you do. I really appreciate that. But all right, chat. So with that being said, like I said, we already at the hour mark. Be on the lookout for Trading Camp 2.0 because that is releasing soon. I just filmed a video today on how I mastered trading gold. So that will be released later on this week. I'll probably edit it probably tomorrow and then have that for y'all out this week. And then just make sure I hit that like and subscribe button, and let's just grow the community. If you feel like you learned something today, share this channel with a friend. And if you inside a Telegram chat, share the channel with a friend as well. And like, let's just grow our community. Y'all know I call my community chart runners, and then also my blueprint community. So let's just grow it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just grow the community because, like I said, I'm trying to help as many people as I can. There's so much fluff and stuff going on in this industry, and I just want to be the one that's giving y'all the real insight that actually can teach y'all something, so y'all can go and change y'all family's lives. So that being said, we'll see you all again next Sunday, same time, same place, and then be on the lookout for that video.